Hello everyone. I've actually been using the Pyraminx for a few months as my main, so I can safely say that I really like it. And while it doesn't really have a particularly interesting feeling in terms of like the turns themselves, the way they flow together in relation to the corner cutting is quite unique for a Pyraminx. In my opinion, it feels really defined in a way that helps to reduce minor lockups that occur a lot on puzzles like the Mr. M, where it just feels like the cube isn't sure whether it wants to corner cut or not. One downside of this is that it can cause major lockups if you turn too aggressively, but for the most part this isn't an issue for me, or at least not to an extent that it outweighs the other positives. This is probably a good time to mention that I initially had a already set up YLM and recently gotten out of the box one for the purpose of this review, but I actually found that they both had quite similar speeds after a bit of break-in, so the natural speed of the body is just perfect in my opinion. Another great thing I'd like to mention about the YLM is that the tips are honestly my favourite on any Pyraminx I've tried. I'm not sure how to describe why, but they just work extremely well. But one important thing to note is that you basically need to remove one of the three magnets from each tip because it's just too strong, and to get the perfect tips that I describe you want two magnets. But anyway, it should be really good if you just do that when you get the cube. Overall, I would highly recommend this to anyone who does Pyraminx because it's the best one in my opinion, and luckily for you guys, it also continues what I think is a silly trend where a lot of the best Pyraminxes recently have been intended as budget cubes, but they're actually better than the more expensive models.